Hi, my name is Betsey Wittick, and I've been farming here on Bainbridge Island for about 30 years now. I actually run two different farms. One is Laughing Crow Farm, which is mixed vegetables, and also Bainbridge Vineyards, which grows all of its grapes right here on Bainbridge Island. In fact, I'm standing in one of our vineyards. This is our Cigareba vineyard, right now we're starting to train them, and the little tiny flower clusters are visible. They won't open up for another month, and the fruit will be harvested in September. We grow wine grapes that are suited to this climate, so it's mostly white, but a little bit of red, including Pinot Noir, and all certified organic here, and a couple of other vineyards, but this is one of them. And I'm part of a farm that was the original Suyumatsu farm up here on Day Road. And the 40-acre parcel that I farm on is also farmed by several other farmers, including Karen Selvar of Bainbridge Island Farms and Brian McWhorter of Butler Green Farms. So when you're up here getting some raspberries or pumpkins, you can look around and see grapes and vegetables and all kinds of stuff right up here. But right now I'm over here at Laughing Crow Farm, and I am standing in the middle of the garlic field, and I wanted to point out something, a really unusual crop that I have, which are garlic scapes. And it might be a little hard to see, but they're little stems that are coming up from among the garlic plants, and it's actually a remnant of a flower stalk. The garlic doesn't form true flowers anymore, but this kind of remnant still shows up as this stem, and if left to its own devices, it would eventually sort of curl and form a kind of curlicue, and then eventually stand up about this high. But if we pick it when it's young, let's see if I can get it. Well, that one wasn't so good. Maybe try another one. And you get this part of it, you can cook it, saute it, and put it on top of fish or on meat, or put it in egg dishes, or make a pesto out of it, or put it on a grill, and it's really delicious. So right now I have these at Bainbridge Island Farmers Market, and if you come early, you can still get some. They're only going to be available for a few weeks, and by the time I'm starting to harvest this garlic, those will be gone. They'll become woody, so you want to get them at their peak, which is usually May into sometime in June. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what it's like to dig a head of garlic, and a lot of people ask me at the market, well, how do you know the garlic is ready? I usually look for the lower leaves to start turning yellow, and usually about 5 green leaves left. I pulled the scapes from this particular plant, this variety, about 2 weeks ago, and that's usually about the time it takes between when I harvest the scapes and when the garlic is ready. So I use a fork to dig them, to get underneath and lift them up, knock some of the dirt off, and there I have a head of garlic. And this particular one had 4 green leaves. The 5th one's kind of greenish yellow. And then I'll take them over by the barn, and I usually strip off some of the outer dirty leaves, kind of to clean them up, and then I'll cure them in my barn for a few weeks before I sell them. So it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. Alright, now we're standing in the potato field, and these are some potatoes I was able to plant at a dry window that we had in March, so they're a little ahead of my main crop of potatoes, and they're just starting to flower right now. And so when they're flowering, to me that's an indication that underground the potatoes are starting to form. So they're tiny little tubers right now, but over the course of the next month they'll get bigger, and I will have probably the first potatoes that I bring will be brought to the Bainbridge Island Farmers Market towards the end of June, hopefully. They are Suffolk Punch draft horses. They're a rare breed out of England that is kind of popular among the small farming scene. And I would love to invite you guys to come down to the Bainbridge Island Farmers Market, where we have wonderful, great stuff.